Hello all, and welcome to another Caffeine Entertainment video. It's Art here at the book review for The Crown Jewel Mystery, the prequel to the Lucy James Sherlock Holmes Dr. Watson series by Anna Elliot and Charles Veley. The book was on par with a Sherlock Holmes story, and it was below par for what I expected for the series. It wasn't bad. It was just below the excellent bar that they set for the other three books in the series. And I know this was a prequel, and it was meant to set up a prequel. To be fair, I didn't find out that it was a prequel until I started in on the book. But once I found out that it was a prequel, excuse me, I knew pretty much what I was getting into. This story, excuse me, explains when Sherlock Holmes and Lucy James, how their meeting came to be. It doesn't show them meeting. That happens in the last Moriarty, the first book. But it shows everything that led up to that meeting and how Lucy James would know of Sherlock Holmes. It also shows Sherlock Holmes' admiration for Lucy James before he knew who she was. So it does those things right. However, you never see them team up like you do in the other books, which, even though I expected it, it was still missing. And you never see them even cross paths or have an interaction. Lucy James and Dr. Watson have a little bit of an interaction towards the end, towards the climax of the book. Not the end, but the climax of the action of the book. But that's that's about as close as they get to knowing each other. So in a way, it was like an Ocean 11 or Ocean 12, one of the Ocean movie kind of caper stories. It wasn't really a Sherlock Holmes story. It was more of a caper story that Lucy James happened to stumble upon. And for that, it was decent. It just didn't fit in the formula of the series that I was expecting. So in that case, it was a bit of a disappointment. So it's a very short read. It's only about 226 pages, 2 hours and 46 minutes in audiobook format. Simon Prequel and Wendy Nordstrom, I believe is what it is. It'll be up here on the thing. They do a wonderful job as Prequel does Dr. Watson, Sherlock Holmes, and every other male contingent, and Lucy James does, or Wendy Nordstrom does the Lucy James, and does mostly your female parts. And in that case, because each character sounded differently, they made it seem like a ensemble cast when it was only actually two people, which made it really, really good and really, really top notch in that sense. But it wasn't a 4-star read for me because A, it was too short, and the best I can possibly give it would be 3 stars because it was a letdown from what I wanted in the book. It was good, but it was still a letdown. I'm definitely going to continue reading on with the series, most assuredly, I will keep going with the series and keep doing the series. But it was a failure in execution to some degree. In my case, it's a read it, and hopefully you like it. Maybe you'll love it more than I did. But it was just, it wasn't bad. It was just a side detour that I don't think needed to be taken. It was a misstep by the author, and Elliot and Charles Veley. And hopefully book 5 will actually get us back on the Sherlock Holmes, Lucy James, Dr. Watson train. So, at best, like I said, it's a 3 out of 5. On GoodReads. Thankfully, though, excuse me, the books that I read after this were very, very good and quality books. You'll see the review for Rise and Grind on Wednesday, so get ready for that one. You know I make videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 12:30 p.m. Central, 10:30 a.m. Pacific, 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more. Please let me know down below if you've read any of the Lucy James, Dr. Watson, Sherlock Holmes series. And if not, if you're interested, I would say the first 3 books are amazing. This book maybe should be read before you read the first books. I think just the way that I read them, because it's the order that it was the series order that everything that I could find said to read them in. It made it not as good. If it would have been book 1, and then the Last Moriarty book 2, and then the Wilhelm Conspiracy book 3, and then Remember book 4, I think it would have been a better order and made more cognitive, chronological sense. So, that's my take on it. And it was my last read for Sherlock Holmes month. That's how I closed the month out on the 31st of January. So, the end of the month left me wanting more and desiring more. So, without further ado, happy reading. I'll see you again soon, and peace.